analyzing political discourse and public accountability surrounding controversial statements and actions.
Threatening people. I don't know why.
One out bad, man.
Yes, he's gotten into the habit of threatening people. And remember, people, I wrote to law enforcement all over America and I explained to them, and I put up the letter the other day, and I showed you the letter. In fact, you can go to the website, the letter is there, where I said to them, said to all of them that, listen, this man is threatening people not only in Jamaica, but outside Jamaica. We feel threatened. We feel threatened no matter what he says. And proof of that is shortly after he made the first set of threats, and one of his supporters came on and said that it's not only people in Jamaica, but outside, and we know where they are. And he came up with a number and said, we're watching them watering their plants. And so I said, listen, and that gentleman has a green card. That gentleman went to school in New York, and that gentleman was employed in Atlanta, and then as a chef, and then he went to Jamaica, and then he went from a chef to being a project manager on a construction site, among other things. We haven't heard much from him since, because he's walking on dangerous ground when you start threatening people living in America and you have a green card. And we don't even know if you're paying your taxes from all of the money you're getting from being on the school board, if you're getting money for that. But we know you're getting paid for being the project manager. We know that. I want to find let me see if I can find them. Is this the first? Okay. Folks, here's what I'm going to play you just a few things with the Prime Minister threatening people. And again, we're going to be calling to law enforcement officials and said, listen, watch this guy, watch this gentleman, watch this Prime Minister's public official. It's very unbecoming, but you know what? Pattern and practice. Here we go.
Some person made a post on social media that bordered on being defamatory, probably libelous. The person was tracked and their identity discovered. Long and short, the person was put up to do this by another political organization. And we have been tracking several such cases where you see some posts being made that border on defamatory or libelous. And when you dig behind, which we have the capabilities to do, to discover the people behind these accounts, there are young persons being recruited to do this. It is purely out of good conscience that many of them we don't pursue, because they are young people. They are being misled. They are being used for the wrong purpose.
You can't pursue people for bordering on defamation. Can't pursue people for that, Mr. Prime Minister. There's no such charge. Bordering on defamation. There's no such charge. What you're saying is that the crime hasn't been committed, or the civil wrong hasn't been committed. So how then can you employ knowledge against those people to find them and do what with them? Well, we know what you've done with some of them.
Because they are native to social media. They are being used to manipulate social media, to comment on posts negatively, to spread rumors about people, to do some really nasty things. And you're going to see some actions very shortly for those persons. Much of what is being done is...
All right, let me move him from this, sir. He's threatening action. Let me move this, Brother Kev. And we have, I think, you say it's a 9-day one, or the UN will assist? It's a 9-day one, right?
I think it's a 9-day one. Check
all right, let me put it up and see.
Initial few days, there was a scramble. And that scramble essentially was, my hand is up, I need help.
No, I don't think it's this one. I think it's this one.
And I had a call with the UN Secretary General. The UN Secretary General is a friend of Jamaica. He has visited me a few times. We're always working closer together on climate change, on financing for development, and he does have a special place in his heart for Jamaica. And I said to him, what we need...
No, it's not that. Let me go back to this one, people.
And the system trying to respond to the loudest voices or the most frantic wave of hands. As of today, we are out of that phase. Say it in another way. I hear the cry of every baby that is now in the relief effort. And you would see that the government has made...
It's none of those two. But here's what happened at that press conference. He started threatening people again. And it just didn't stop there. Here's the latest.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is firing back at critics who've been questioning how some relief supplies are being distributed in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Speaking at the reopening of the Little London police station in Westmoreland Friday, Dr. Holness doubled down on the method used by the government and warned people to be careful where they get their information.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was in a militant mood as he addressed stakeholders at the reopening of the Little London police station in Westmoreland. He insists the government has been using the right strategy in how it distributes hurricane relief and had this to say to those people he believes are spreading misinformation.
And it is one thing that you will see about me. Me not afraid of nobody.
Hold on a second now. Hold on a second. I thought that was Portia Simpson's line. Something similar to what she said. So, Mr. Prime Minister, you're truly not afraid of nobody? Are you borrow somebody's sentence, somebody's view on how they should conduct themselves when other people approach them and criticize? I mean, what exactly are you saying? You're not afraid of nobody. Yeah. When you said nobody, are you afraid of Marco Rubio? Are you afraid of the American government? Are you afraid of the Canadian government? Are you afraid of the UK government? Are you afraid of Mr. Rattigan? Did I say that? Yeah. Are you afraid? Why? And this is not the time. Listen, you beg people things and I come out and say, me not afraid of nobody. No, even if you felt that way, keep it to yourself, man. If you feel like you're bad, man, I think it was Queen Ifrica who did a song. Say, like a bad man, keep it to yourself. You can't come up, Mr. Pratt. This is very unbecoming, man. You're unraveling. You're unraveling. Oh, I mean, we can see your physique. You know, we can see that you look weary. You look tired. You look beat up. And we know that you're under a lot of pressure. You're under a lot of stress. But it's no reason for you to come out and like this, come out swinging like this. There's no reason for you to do this, Mr. Prime Minister. By the way, you're not afraid of the judge. With the court hearing will happen, the judge will decide the case on December 8th. Are you afraid of that, judge? By the way, are you afraid also of the Court of Appeal? Are you afraid of the Integrity Commission? No, sorry, the commission. No, you're not afraid of that. Nobody's not afraid of the commission.
You're not afraid of that one, no.
Nobody's not afraid of the commission. No. Mr. Let me listen. I can't believe me I hear this.
All who want talk, make me one. Me we go with you toe to toe.
No, man. No. That's not right. You can't go with everybody toe to. You cannot. Mr. Prime Minister, I'll tell you one thing. I can't speak for all of those people. That's why I'm asking you, are you afraid of all of those people? Go ahead, Professor.
Was he or was he not invited to be on this broadcast in the past?
Was he invited? Yeah. We've invited him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm never.
I'm afraid. No. I think what happened, it would have been a waste of time because he would be speaking and we wouldn't understand. Maybe it would be like the gentleman who start speaking a foreign tongue, a language where we don't understand. Maybe that would be like, yeah, I can't understand it. But no, man, this is downright disgraceful.
Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it.
Oh, so now we see who him talk. Him talk about people who talk nonsense. I'm not afraid of them people there. But when you talk sense, I'm afraid of you. Okay. Clarification is always necessary.
And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so.
I think it's budget must talk about. Him not talk.
Wait. So the response is, and if you check it always along the lines of no such thing, nothing no go so. Where is your irrefutable proof that no such thing goes so?
Yes. You know, Mr. Prime Minister, you said man come out with something and not go so. Are you referring to the 28 bank accounts?
Not no go so.
Are you referring to Imperium?
Not no go so. Come again.
Are you referring to Estate Bridge Holdings?
Not no go so. Come again.
Are you referring to the media company established in during COVID?
Nothing goes that way.
All right then. How about no? It's not those things. Then
No.
How about the foundation? How about the foundation that them said that you use the foundation money to address some personal things that you were collecting the proceeds from that, and it's all in the Integrity Commission report. Is that it, Kevin, or no?
Is that the Integrity Commission or the Commission?
The Commission.
Not no go so.
Don't no go so. Wow. How about not cooperating with the Commission in terms of the illicit enrichment investigation?
Not no go so. And there's no such thing that goes along the lines of Paul East and me being friends. Not no go so.
I was just about to ask about Mr. Paul East and Panadium, the company from the British Virgin. No. How about the two taxi companies, Sunshine Mobile and the Lido? No, come on, Kevin, something must, no?
Taxi go. Nothing no go so.
What about the loan company that he owned?
Not
Okay.
no.
What about the loan to his wife to develop a piece of property? And then when everybody thought that she had the money, he was the one who was loaning her money. Not go so?
Carol and our wife money is our money. Nothing no go so.
No, Kevin, how about winning an election? That's how it go. With all of these things going on, the man win an election, Kevin.
That's a trick question.
Hold on, Kevin, hold on, Professor. Then what about a gentleman named Paul Buchanan, who filed the action saying that there were irregularities with the voting that took place on September 3rd? Not go so? No.
No, can't go so.
Nothing can go so.
Foolishness.
How about rushing through a bill to extend the tenure of the DPP while the Constitutional Reform Committee was looking at the Constitution and what should be extended, what should be amended, all of these things? Not go so.
Can't go so. No go so.
What about telling the Jamaican people that you are going to bring big electrical companies from, I guess, outside the country to come in and be a buffer against high prices for electricity because they'd be competing with JPS?
You have any proof of anything goes on?
Why, I don't want to end up like my good friend General Massimola, where it was allegation. You know, but I mean, it was supposed to be an allegation, and he said it was a fact. Let me just see if this will answer your question. You asked me a question if I have any proof that the Prime Minister had mentioned him going to bring in big companies, electric companies with big power plants, and that those actions would result in lower electricity bills for Jamaicans. I don't know. Tell me if this answers the question, Ken.
One of the things that I know affecting poor heap of people in Jamaica is the high electricity bill. When the PMP come into power, them say them going to bring down electricity costs. What has happened since? Electricity costs keep rising. They promised that by 2016, they would have made the JPS more efficient with more efficient plants. That not going to happen till another 2 years. And before you know it, it will be another 3 or 4 years before them actually do it. The Labour Party will make sure that we put in place more efficient electricity generated plants to bring down the cost of electricity to you. I don't like to make promise. I make commitment. And under the Labour Party government, we are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big power plants.
Whoops. We will bring to this country. So it means they're coming from outside. They're not coming from some part of Jamaica and whatever. They're coming from outside. So Kevin, that's how it really go. Him really did say this. Oh, hold on. As you say, hold on on the dangerous part of the call. I think I was him tail and hoof, but I know that.
And under the Labour Party government, we are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big power plants. We are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big energy companies that can put the money in here to build the plants to give you cheaper and better electricity.
So, if that is the case, and I see where Kevin is steering me, Professor is steering me right into the JPS, the loan. So now he's saying that he's going to be then he said he was going to bring in big electric companies who can bring in the big power plants, and therefore Jamaica wouldn't have to really spend any money. No, Jamaica just collected or is in the process of collecting 150 million on the cat bond, 150 million US dollars. And it just so happens that Jamaica is going to loan or is in the process of loaning JPS 150. So Kevin, it's like a wash. You get it in on the left and you just throw it over on the right. Yes, make we finish here. Our bad man, Prime Minister, Hear the bat.
power plants. We are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big energy companies that can put the money in here to build the plants to give you cheaper and better electricity.
So the question is, where are those companies?
But even before you get to the companies, let's talk a little bit about business 101.
Okay.
A business is created to do what?
Make profit. That's the bottom line.
So these companies coming into Jamaica would have to see Jamaica as fruitful for profit.
Indeed.
Would they consider Jamaica fruitful for profit because of the profits of the JPS?
No. JPS. Let me answer the question like this. Over the last 3 years, JPS has made a net profit of about 172 million US dollars, right? So somebody could say it's a profitable company. Now, here are some things, Kevin, that people need to consider. And you don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to be an expert. All you have to do is apply a little bit of critical thinking and some common sense to this problem, and you'll see where this doesn't make any sense. There is a South Korean company and a Japanese company. They own 80% of JPS. Who owns the other 20%? The Jamaican government owns almost the 20%. I think it's 19.9. Not quite, but Michael said 20% because is minority shareholders own like 1%. So Michael said Jamaica, them own 20%.
Okay.
You have to understand, people, is that when you say you're going to give JPS a loan and you speak about JPS as JPS is some private third-party entity with which the government has no dealings, that's incorrect, because 20% of the company is owned by the government of Jamaica. So it would be like the government is helping the South Korean and the Japanese company to secure a loan from its own government. The government is helping to secure a loan from its own government. Keep that in mind. That will own 20. The other thing that you have to keep in mind is this. Why would you loan a company 150 million? They said they need 350 to do the project, right? You're going to give them 150 and you don't have any collateral. You haven't seen where they're getting their 200 from. You don't know if they're going to take this 150, put it in their pocket and dig off. You don't know. Right? So here's your plan for this now, as Mr. Vaz would say. The loan is for 5 years, but the work has to be completed by the end of January next year. And they're gonna put in the contract that if the work is not completed by then, like let's say the middle of February, then the Jamaican government is prepared to purchase JPS. No, they can't purchase JPS with 150 million because they say JPS is worth about $1 billion, something like that, they say. So what would happen is this. You would be buying into something that you considered a failure at one point. You know why? You sold it. You sold 80% of it. You considered it a failure. When something make money and things like that, why you gonna want to sell it and it's yours and it's national pride. It the name Japanese public service, or Korean it name Jamaica public service. Is that just the word Jamaica make you beam with pride that yes, we own this. So if we own it and it's profitable, why you would have sell 80% of it? It makes absolutely no sense. No sense, Professor. It makes absolutely no sense. And this, you don't have to be an economist or a business person or anything. You just have to just think through it and say, well, wait a minute now. We own part of it. And then first of all, we owned it outright. We sold 80% of it. We have 20%. And now we're in league with these people to get $150 million loan. And the thing, we don't think the thing is going to be turning a profit anyway. We don't, and then we get in the loan without any real collateral. And now there's a possibility that them take the 150 and God knows what them do with it. And then now we end up with 150. But here's the thing. He said, we are prepared to purchase JPS. 150 million can't purchase it. So all you're going to do, you're going to go from 20% to maybe 30% or 40%. That's all.
If we are prepared to purchase JPS, where is that money
coming from?
Well, where it coming from, or where is it currently?
Oh, he said that the money is coming from the consolidated fund. Well, guess what's going into the consolidated fund? The 150. We have 150 coming, We have 150 coming and we have 150 going. The people, and you hear what he said? Oh, I had him right on Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday? Early this week, he was on a program hosted by the new ambassador. And Minister Vast said, electricity, I have it right here. Electricity is the most important thing in the recovery process now. Electricity, not food, not water,
Not shelter.
not medicine, not shelter. None of that is as important as electricity. And as somebody pointed out to me, how you going to put electricity in a house when I have no electric lines and I have no roof and people don't live there? How is that? How is that going to be possible? And Iris, that's a good question you asked. Do they have shares in JPS? Do they have shares in JPS? And I'm willing to say, well, we should check it out to see who have shares in a JPS. Where is it? Let me see that. Do the PM Holness on gangs. Let me listen to this.
You recall that the leader of the opposition posed a question to me after my statement to Parliament, pretty much asking why would we release $150 million US dollars to the JPS without the JPS satisfying us that they have the ability to raise the additional $200 million that they would need. And my simple answer was that the people want light. And if I can get a deal where I can lend them $150 million and bring forward the restoration of power in the most effective.
Hold on a second. If I can get a deal where I can lend them, it's lend them and us, because you have 20%. Jamaica have 20% in that. So you're making it seem you're giving it the money go to a foreign entity, a completely foreign entity. No, people, we have 20%. So what happened is, and here's the thing, how is it that we have a seat at the table? We have 20%. We have people on the board. How is it that them couldn't figure out all of them things here? How is it that they couldn't figure it out? Also, why would you want to run an entity like this and have no insurance? Or did they have insurance when Melissa hit? If me own 20% of a company like this, I'm going to try to protect my 20% stake. And we know we live in a hurricane belt and an earthquake belt, and that these things are likely to happen. The extent, we don't know, but they're likely to happen. And damage is going to happen. So why wouldn't you have some insurance, any insurance? Why? And up to now, we don't hear nothing about insurance. And that is the Jamaican government's interest as well. Here we go.
Affected areas by the end of January, early February, as against April, May, and possibly June, which is a projected timeline of the JPS, then I'm still at a loss as to how he could expect a responsible government to wait for a full financial package, which will take months to conclude and finalize, and not go ahead with the money that the government isn't prepared to lend on specific terms, which secures the government and the people of Jamaica and the taxpayers, whichever way the situation goes. They have a 5-year loan. If they get a license, a new license, they can raise capital and pay us back in 2 years when the license would be renewed.
Him no know that. He doesn't know that. Yeah, it's nonsense. It's gobbledygook. He doesn't know that. Well, you must keep in mind, people, look at the message, but I want you also to look at the messenger. This is the same man who tried to lease protected property up at the John Crow Mountain and the Blue Mountain, the border between, what was it, Portland and St. Andrew, sorry, yeah. And the people in charge, it's also a UNESCO heritage site. And those people have to come down hard and say, no, he want to build, like him say, Airbnb want to build out there. And he want to build it for little and nothing he want to get the land for. This is a same man, you know. This is a same man who was involved in the sale of rooms on the beach, our property owned by the Jamaican government, valued at $13+ million, along with the surrounding beach, with the beach and some surrounding property. He was instrumental. He was part, along with the Prime Minister. The report is there, along with the Prime Minister and along with the board, to sell this property to the Mexicans for $7 million. For $7 million. It's valued at $13+ million. This is the same man who said, "Wanna give me $1.4 billion for buy 110 school buses, and the buses will be in Jamaica on or before the end of July of this year." So far, we don't have 110 school buses in Jamaica. They were not in Jamaica at the end of July. And so now we are saying, well, money there. What would change? What would change there? You didn't effect the full purchase. So where's the change? Where the money there? Or where are the buses? We don't get that. This is the same man. This is the same man who said, them dunce, dark and stupid. Me don't know, we don't put up that one to Kevin. But this is the same man who said that. And now we must come and we must believe him now. We must believe this fool contract we might talk about. Them don't even know the interest rate. When he gave the speech, I'm asking, what the interest rate? He said, oh no, we're working on the interest rate. Them don't know the interest rate they might charge on the loan. We ever hear something like this?
But the man said it is profitable either way.
How? How is it
If
profitable?
they get a renewed contract, they can pay it back in 2 years. Okay. And if not,
no, finish up, Professor.
he give a part of an answer or something for hold us over. If they get a renewed contract, they can pay us back in 2 years. Okay. And if not, and so the benefit to the Jamaican people is that they get a service that they're currently paying for.
Well,
Make sense.
It would seem like them get a benefit or something that they're already paying for. I mean, it makes no sense. Makes no sense. Because we just sit down there like stooges and listen to this nonsense. That's why I can say these things. Oh man. That's why I can say these things. They're dunce, they're dark, and they're stupid. Oh my God. Him alone have sense. And by the way, in case we forget, in case somebody might challenge me and say, well, him never said nothing but the buses. Here we go, what the buses.
For arguing that the buses will cost 1.4 billion. Can you clarify what the 1.4 billion covers?
Again, I've done it about 5 times, and I'm going to do it again for you. And if I have to do it 50 times, I'm going to do it. And if I have to go on a program for the next 3 months, 24/7, 365, I'll do it because...
No, that's not true. That's not true. And Mr. Salt, Mr. Salt would say you're lying. Because you know why? We invited him to come on this program and him never fall away. We invited him to come on the program and come defend this and him not come.
Guess what? It's important. The $1.4 billion is the same $1.4 billion that the PNP is proposing to spend to give 20,000 families $2,500 a week paid to the taxi man or the whoever man, I don't know. This situation is different. We are buying assets, 110 buses. We have to pay inland freight to get them to the locations, most of them Miami or New York, which is quite an expensive feat. We have to pay sea freight to get them to Jamaica. That also is expensive based on the size and the dimensions of the buses. Then we have to pay duty, all the concessionary duty for government. Then we are buying 1 year worth of spare parts. Then we are putting in place a service contract for 3 years that is to the specifications that are being carried out by the Department of Transport in the United States of America. So we're not changing that. That also is quite expensive. We are putting in a cashless system in every bus. We are putting in the technology, which consists of several varying different pieces of technology in order for the parents to be able to track their children, the schools, and of course for the government to be able to monitor the bus. Geofence it so we know where the bus is and if the bus comes off the route.
Here I know.
These are the facts. The 110 buses will arrive in Jamaica between now and the end of July.
I know me say so. I know me say so. When I hear that, the 110 buses will be here in Jamaica by the end of July. July come and gone and the 110 buses still not there. Make we continue with this foolishness.
Will arrive in Jamaica between now and the end of July. 26 are here and 14 are being cleared tomorrow. That puts us at 40. And the rest of them will come on weekly shipments from Miami over the next 3 weeks. So that is a done deal. The cost is 1 point.
And I hear that. So if in case somebody would have said, oh, I mean July next year, you hear him saying, no, I'm saying by in a few weeks, the buses have structured shipments, X amount upon this ship, X amount upon that ship, Y, whatever. But by the end of July, they would all be in Jamaica. And now one must come listen to this man. Remember now, we have and I'm just giving you some of the allegations against him. The one with the property up in the John Crow Mountain and Blue Mountain. We have the rooms on the beach. We have the bus, and now we have this, and God knows what happened in between all of those events. And now we have this.
Well, let's blow the bus then.
Yeah, listen. Even if people want to speculate and say, well, maybe I'm involved in more things or whatever, put that to the side. Let's just focus on the 4 things we know about. Again, the John Crow, Mountain and the Blue Mountain, rooms on the beach, school bus, and this one. So for them 3 there. Oh, and here's why I think they do it. Here's why they do it. You know why they can do these things and get away with it? Apart from them thinking that we're dunce, dark, and stupid. You know why? Because it's not for them money. Ask him if he had to put up this deal and put fee money, if he would have
Would he do it?
No, that's all you have for the people. Just ask a simple question. Ask, would they do this if it's their money? Because you know why? If them lose all of that money, it not stop him from sleep. It not stop him from eat. It not stop him from from entertaining. It doesn't stop him from getting paid. It not stop him from getting paid. It not stop him from doing nothing. But if he had to do it out of his pocket, see, that's the approach politicians should take. They should take the approach that, listen, I'm gonna treat this as if this is my money and me have to invest it because I have to make sure I don't lose. But when it's somebody else's money where you have to play with, when it's house money you have to play with, when the gambling house money you have to play, you know, win, lose, or draw, you don't care because you're not going to feel it. It won't stop you from living the lifestyle that you were living before you entered into the gambling house. Or wherever it is that you go and you get this money and you're going to use it. No, people don't have to get up and realize and start take a stand. But it's not enough for us to say, well, the man, them thief. Here's the thing, Professor, here's the thing. And all of the people, we are witnesses to all these things. And if we say, yeah, one of them are thief, what does that make us?
If we know,
we are witnessing. We are witnessing what's going on. And if all we can say, the whole of them are thief, and then continue to do these things, what does that make us? We are complicit in our own demise. Meaning, whatever happened to it, we are helping it for happen.